Brad, what's going on with you in 2021? You know how they like to talk about their resolutions?
Oh, God.
What's your resolution?
He said Brad's resolution is to get the vaccine.
Oh, please. I've seen a lot of that shit.
Well, they're going to force us to do it whether we like it or not.
Yeah, they're
How
talking.
are they forcing people to take that?
Well, they're not talking about a bunch of different airlines. Are talking about coming up with a quote-unquote vaccine passport
Well, Leonard called that
you
about
present.
like, oh, you would need
And without
documentation to get on a plane or go shopping. That you
Like
had
in China, you can't go to certain parts of China if you have some type of social infractions on your record. You can't go from province to province.
I don't think they've ever forced a vaccine, have they?
No, not that I'm
Well,
aware
your
of.
parents force it on you as a baby.
They don't even. I mean, that's just doctor recommended. They don't tell you have to do it.
Yeah,
Hey.
if your kid doesn't get vaccinated, you can't go to school.
People think it's going to be easy.
No, because years ago they pulled that shit where you could say it's against my religious beliefs and you don't have to get your kid vaccinated.
Good luck, not anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like
What about places of employment? What if you have a job and they tell you have to get the
They
vaccine?
are going to, or you're going to lose your job.
Well, my cousin works
Don't come
for
to work till you get it.
my cousin works for Broward General, and she says she was forced to take it, but she's had a bad reaction to it. That night she couldn't sleep. She said her arm felt like it was broken.
That's great.
She still has bad fucking side effects to this day. It's been 2 weeks.
That's not all that's going to happen. What about down the road?
Like I said, with vaccines, I think of them as like updates. You wait till they roll out and see what they do. Then you wait, you see what the result is of them, and then at some point you make a wise decision.
Got to get everything done by 2030. That's the plan. 2030.
What's in 2030?
2030 is the system. It has to be in place. One world government. 2030 is the deadline for them. They got 10 years.
Misfits, so they can
And they're going to do it.
Do a misfit post.
2030. Let's get it done.
And what's in 2030?
World government. Total control. No more
It's
human
not
rights.
already?
No more private property. So Bradford Manor could be inhabited by God knows who, and there's nothing you could do about it.
No, you're gonna
You're
be
lucky
you're gonna
if
be
they
there
let you
fighting.
be there.
You're gonna be there fighting them off for me.
Oh, I will fight him to the death. That's no joke.
Well, I hope you're wrong. But
They're going to say
you've been
you
right
have
about
all
a
this
lot more
space.
shit.
You have all these space. You could have people living here.
Yeah.
Put tents in the yard. Oh yeah, watch and see.
Are you talking about like New World Order?
Right. And no more private property. That's frowned upon.
I'll have you standing in my driveway and in your underpants. That'll
Well, I'll
scare
do it
the
as long
fucks
as I'm
away.
armed to the
Nobody's gonna wanna
teeth.
live with him.
I'm going down like a man.
With the mask and the samurai sword, just standing in your yard.
You need more than that.
I'll get an old revolutionary.
Just like President
cannonball
Obama
fucking
said,
thing.
we need a security force equally funded to the United States military. Equal weapons.
You're laughing.
And that
You're
people,
serious.
He
Yeah, I
got
know you're
elected after saying that. And you could look it up anywhere, man, online. Private security is equally funded to the U.S. military. You know how many trillions that is?
How do you feel about Space Force?
They know something.
Something with this. What do you hit that?
And Pomps knows all along.
No, go back. It's up there now.
They wouldn't do that unless they knew something was out there. Why would they put all that money in the Space Force if they didn't think anyone was out there? They know. And Pomps is right. He's licking his chops.
Be the general of Space Force One. It reminds me of Spaceballs.
Why would they do that for a reason?
You think we'll see that in our lifetime?
It doesn't matter if we see it or not. They'll let us see what they want us to see. Remember, no more private property, no more thoughts. And everybody's placated.
Well, we're losing our privacy by the day.
And that's the problem
Nobody's
I
got
have with
privacy
marijuana.
anymore. What's about?
Get your weed, you're easily to comply.
What makes you think that?
That's a fact.
Who said that?
Look at history.
Why is it so loud?
Why do you think? Why do you think they allowed so much marijuana? Because it placates you. It takes the fight out of you. It makes you more of a sheep. When you're high, do you want to fight or do you want to just get along and chill out and be mellow?
It's very true.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
That's why they're pushing that.
That's a interesting viewpoint on
And
that.
on one hand, people have their porn.
I don't know why this is turn your volume down.
So if you're going to have a compound like Bradford Manor, you better back it up with some weapons and know to your, hey, you're going to fight for that, or you're going to live like a man, or die like a man, or live like a sheep, and that's what it's coming down to. In China, what have they done? One woman, they place limits. They tell the citizens how many kids you have. Is what you think.
Well, their
Can't say this.
population is out
You
of
can't
control.
say that. That's what they want. Millions of men in the army. They want men, and they got them.
Look at what they're doing. You've just seen it over the last few years with the social media. YouTube, for example, too, is now, has been for a while now, shadow banning and demonetizing. When you started the channel, was it?
No, now they just straight up remove videos.
It's insane.
There's no room for contention either.
No, because it's a private company.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter. Look at these people that run these fucking these companies. I mean,
Like you said, that's your spy right there.
that's right. This
That's
phone.
watching you.
That's your
Everybody
chip.
has it.
That's your chip.
Everybody gets a vaccine. See how they're
Yeah, we're already
it's coming
chipped.
into play?
Smart, because if
You're already chipped. Now it's time to give you the injections, and
That's
God
right.
knows what capabilities. I don't think there's one thing or two things. I think there's hundreds of things they're going to do with that.
well, look at the flu vaccine. Every year that it's a different. They got to change it every year. So you got to go get a flu shot.
They tried
every
that when I
year.
worked at the hospital. Said you have to take a vaccine, you wear a mask. I never took. I took it one time. Guess what? I was sick. I missed Thanksgiving.
No
And if I
shit.
never get a flu, why should I take it? Same with this. I laugh at this. Why? Because I can. I put my mouth God knows where probably during all this time with God knows who that I don't know that has God knows what. But does it matter? No, because my immune system is working optimally.
Tip top.
Yes. That's where the sun comes in. Of course, that's what they said. Everybody go inside. Take them out of that vitamin D.
Correct. Go inside and glue yourself
the
to
gyms.
glue yourself to the television.
We don't
And
anybody
watch the
sweating.
propaganda
Yeah.
be fucking shoved down your
Yes.
goddamn throat on every news channel.
Yeah.
This is worry. You put
Scare
so many,
them.
You could just tell all the fucking paranoid wimps that overreacted to this shit. Oh my god. You gotta wear a mask. What are you doing? Don't.
Well, you
Shut
know what it
your
reminds me of?
fucking mouth.
I know, like, I'm always dropping obscure movie references, but remember Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Yeah.
When if a human is walking down the street and one of the aliens sees him, they point and go, like that. That's like if you're not wearing a mask, there are people who will do that to you.
Yeah.
Or they'll walk, 20 feet out of the way to make it so obvious.
I kind of like the social distancing thing because I don't want you close to me unless I'm fucking you. So get back. I don't care.
Well, that's a Freudian slip. So you didn't have any limitations on it. It could be male.
That's a
female.
T-shirt.
Correct.
I don't want
It
you
could be a
close to me
dog.
unless
Yeah.
you're fucking me.
Right. Don't get anywhere within 6 feet unless we're gonna
You
fuck.
hear that, Palms? That's your next order of shirts right
Yeah.
there.
But seriously, I mean, how many times have you? Well, you don't get it because you're tall. But like, if you're standing online at the store and you got somebody right behind you and you can feel their breath on your neck, you just want to elbow them in the fucking mouth. Now you don't have to deal with that shit. It's fucking nice.
That's real nice, Brad.
Yeah.
Putting a freaking mask on every time you go out of
The
your
mask,
car
it's just
to
fucking
go in a
stupid.
store. The worst is anybody that wears one of those shields.
The
Oh
riot
my
shield.
god, the mask
The
and then
riot
the
shield.
fucking welding mask.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Dipshits.
I tweeted about that the other day. I was at the park with my son, and somebody had the riot shield and then the mask, and then they took both of them off to drink out of the public water fountain.
Yeah, perfect.
Fucking defeats the whole purpose of why you're wearing that shit.
You
to
got to
begin
walk
with.
around with one of those welding masks on and just spit all over it. Hey, yeah. What the fuck?
And mask wearing, if anything, is going to, in social distancing, is backfires because that's how you develop an immunity, being exposed to germs.
Correct.
That's a fact.
Andrew posted that on the Misfits Instagram a while ago. The George Carlin bit he did fucking 20 years ago talking about it.
Man, I wish he was still alive.
Oh, yeah.
You got to
You
watch
saw-
the
you
whole
saw
bit.
those.
If he was still alive, he'd be locked up. They'd censor him.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
They go after him, or they'd have him killed. I see people being killed for unexplained reasons now. And I like to know why. They could do that. They shut you down.
Speaking of comedians, did you see what happened to Tom Segura?
Never heard of her.
He was playing basketball or something like that.
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
He got fucked up. He like broke his arm in like a really bad place.
Leg too or something.
Yeah.
Oh, another fat guy out of shape doing something athletic that he shouldn't be doing. You're lucky you didn't get injured too.
I know. Listen, there's the other thing I wanted to point out. I saw it because I get screen cap things sent to me. They were like, "Oh, Adam's doing this for views." On what fucking channel?
Exactly.
What
You
channel?
don't have a channel
Exactly.
anymore, right?
Where
I
am
stopped following that Universal Order too. He annoyed me
Okay.
after a while.
What does
Showing guns and shit. I'm like, come on, dude.
Joaquin-
What the fuck are you doing?
Joaquin Day, 1776. What does Lenny think about young guys who want to go to college and become a scientist?
That's great. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
But you don't have to go to college to become a scientist.
What's another way to become a scientist?
Get on the internet and associate with a scientist. Go to his house. Go to his lab.
Internship.
Just like Jay Masters. He called Lenny, now you're a scientist. Remember that?
Learn on the job.
Famous quote. Best way to learn. When people go learn how to lift weights, you don't go to the personal training course. You go in a gym. You talk to a veteran.
What is Ask Lenny? This is from Flank Steak Shit. Ask Lenny what he thinks of the Abraham Lincoln statue that was removed from Boston today. Is that true? I didn't hear about that.
Doesn't surprise me.
Ignoramuses.
No way.
That's the commie playbook. That's what they did with the Russian Revolution. They got rid of the czars, all the great Prussian leaders in the past, and they put in the commies. They took away private property and free speech. And those people and they'll denigrate those that are dead.
Oh my God.
There are a bunch of them that say that too.
Oh boy. You're not gonna read them.
I don't think so. Oh, okay. There, it's true.
Unfucking believable. That's a fucking statue.
And there's a freed
You're not gonna
slave
as much
kneeling
as
at his
they
feet.
as much as they're trying to erase history, they can't. You
It's
can't
legit.
erase history.
It actually happened.
Question for Lenny from Bronson Maniac. Will wearing a shirt displaying how much I bench press get me laid?
What do you mean by laid? What is that supposed to mean? You know what gets you laid? 20, 30 bucks. You're going to get laid.
He's right. He's right.
If you're that desperate, what the fuck?
What's the difference between that and something you see in a pornographic movie or some... Tell me the worst turn on to me is some dolled up cunt that you got to
Wine and
pander
dine.
after, wine and dine, or even a high-priced escort. I'm going to go to the Bunny Ranch, Jay Masters used to say. Yeah, that's thrilling. Drop $1,000. What you want to do is get the most bang for the buck. If that's your goal, it's
Crack
quite
whores
simple.
on Dixie.
Well, some people can get off better than anything with that. So,
Speaking of crack whores, strip clubs here are they still open? How can they
Yes.
be open?
Yeah, they're
How?
open.
With
They are.
with COVID prevention.
Doesn't matter.
like,
You wear a mask.
yeah, that
while they're
works.
on top of you,
I haven't been to one since
that doesn't
the
make
whole
any
thing,
sense
but
to
I
me.
I
they're
have.
Open. They're open till 5 a.m. Oh, have you?
Andrew's grinning.
Porthole Pub on
Oh, yeah.
Commercial Boulevard.
My
no,
coworker was there
Yeah.
today. He called me from there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
you
still
walk
open.
in, wear your mask, they take your temperature, then you're free to do whatever you want.
Okay,
And their chicks aren't wearing masks.
Nope.
interesting.
Florida's fucking wide open, man. It's
a
That's
great.
Commercial Boulevard, right? Porthole
Sample.
Pub? Sample. That's what I meant, sir.
that's where Rob Zill lives down the road. That's where I went to see Bill Wilmot with Mike T.
Yeah. When you drank piss in front of him.
Yeah, it tasted like warm, like a mixed nut. I drank about
Like a mix.
4 girls. I drank a lot of piss. Although I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. I can do it because of my immune system.
Well, what would happen to someone who doesn't have your immune system?
They could possibly, too much bacteria could overwhelm their system. They could get sick. See, me, when bacteria comes into contact with me, the white blood cells are attacking it, the T cells, are rendering it useless, and I just excrete the waste from that broken down bacteria. It renders it harmless.
So how do you feel after you drink that much piss?
I feel great.
You don't get an upset stomach or anything?
Never.
No?
Never. But I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not really in the mood to do it now.
Do you like it
never
with
that
a couple
before.
ice cubes or just...
No, you like
nice
it
and warm?
straight warm, like body temperature.
Ask McCuck. This is from Alex6969M. Ask McCuck why he was wearing women's yoga pants at the fight.
Your cute little leggings.
They're my compression pants. My
Aw.
right leg swells up, fucking from it being fucked up. So I gotta wear it. If I don't, it just balloons up even more.
And this leg will fucking snap in half.
There's your answer.
Adam, you should just say,
I'd wear
I
those
was
all the-
wearing
do you wear
girls'
them all the time?
leggings.
I have to when I run or anything because
And
my
you beat
leg
the
will
bedroom
legitimately
bully
blow
wearing
up.
girls' leggings. And I had on fishnets, and Jay backed down for me at a Halloween party. How's that? What do you think about that, Jay?
This is from General Jerry 2016. Big Lenny, I want to personally thank you and the Delray Misfits for all the entertainment you guys put out in 2013. I had health issues, but after watching you guys for many years, it got me back in the gym and working out, and now I'm more healthy for it. Big Lenny, you're a big legend. Keep up the mends, from Jerry in Belfast, Ireland.
Well, thank you, Jerry, and you ain't seen nothing yet. Because I'll be riding my bike again, and I'm going to get set up with a camera holder so people could see me driving through the streets of Lake Worth on my bicycle.
Does Rob Zilla still have that GoPro I gave him?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to actually, I'll just text him and ask him. Because he's the last one I gave it to. Him and Stinky had it
Okay.
when they started your channel.
Okay.
That would be ideal for that.
Well,
And because there's a couple attachments, too, that I gave him that could
Actually,
probably
I give
hook
you.
up
I
to
have
that.
all of them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
thanks. Appreciate it. But I will start doing that.
Don't
wherever
say that shit and I could not do it. Because you're good at the talk, but, you know.
Listen to this guy. What do you mean good at the talk?
Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do
If
that.
I
and
say
then you're
something,
a
Brad, it
fucking
goes.
No, and then you're a no-show half the
If
time.
I say
Give me
something,
that
it
shit.
goes.
How was your Christmas?
Good. I spent it at your house, remember?
Yeah, but your mom cooked that night, right? You had to be home at 6:30.
Who?
How was the meal? Your mother's house. You had Christmas at your mother's house.
That was kind of disappointing.
Why would she make?
No, it was a good meal, but, you know, that other just wasn't the same. But
Yeah. Everybody, the whole
I
family.
enjoyed the time I spent you to get my workout, and I felt like at home. And you had what's his face came up to me and introduced himself.
Who? My sister's husband?
No,
My son? No, you've met my son.
Gizmo.
Oh, Gizmo. My sister's dog. She brought her dogs over.
It's a beautiful day, nice weather, great workout.
It's been great outside.
Her little dog that Lenny liked that he wanted to take home was a Chihuahua.
Gizmo, very friendly.
It ran into the weight room. This thing
Didn't
was
even know
like
I was
fucking
behind
10
him.
pounds.
Really?
Turned around, looked at me, and just jumped into my arms.
And he's like, hey.
Yeah.
Chris Brown 6696. Question for Lenny. What's your opinion on Moammar Gaddafi? If you've looked into him, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on his philosophy.
Hey, he made Libya what it was, and I think he was on the right track. He might have messed with us a little bit or had something to do with it, and we put him in his place, and he was easy to deal with. He brought stability to the area. It was a horrible way he died, having a spear shoved up his rear end.
Was that on video?
Yeah,
Did you see it?
yeah,
Is it still up?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's on YouTube?
No way.
Yes.
That sounds like the YNC
Yeah,
kind of
yes.
video.
You have
Yes.
to find it somewhere else.
No shit. I don't think I'd want to watch that.
All those people that put out of power, particularly Saddam Hussein, was the best stability in that region. He was on Iran more than anybody, and he was our ally. He was invited to the White House, but well before that. He was a great diplomat. Big mistakes there. That's what you need, stability. Some people need to be ruled that way. I'm sorry, but that's a fact.
But not us.
Some of us, definitely.
Yeah.
Question from Let's Get Dumbo Brother. Question for Mayweather. I guess that's Adam.
Yeah.
Was Big J tougher than the gaudy mobsters he fought with growing up?
Not at all. I have to give a shout out to Lord Monkey Prick. He
He's giggling while he's drinking.
it's a good account. He was a good guy. He was talking for the past 2 weeks, giving his advice because he supposedly was an actual fighter. I don't know if that's real or not, but he actually gave some great advice, which was my original game plan going into this whole stupid thing.
Let him gas himself out
Yep.
and then take over.
Yep. Simple as that.
I'm surprised he just didn't stand there and wait for you, but he tried to finish it quick. And hey, what did you think about the? You did a video with him at LA Fitness the other day. You said, how does it look in person?
It looks much worse in person than it does in pictures.
Were you really in Port St. Lucie?
No,
No,
he just says
no.
that to throw.
Yeah, we were in Boca.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to say it was
No.
like Fort something.
Fort Pierce, he said. We were in
he,
Boca.
he doesn't realize that it's not live, so he's trying to throw.
I think it'd be great to
throw
get the
people
Cuban
off.
conservative
It's
on.
bad. Like, it's...
No, he was legitimately hurt. Like when it happened, you can see it actually start to turn color and swell a little bit. So you knew he was hurt. Could he continue fighting? I think
His
so.
range
but-
of motion was pretty good, though. Like, I put him through a couple of shoulder exercises that my orthopedic surgeon did with me when I had my shoulder injury. And
So is it more shoulder or pec?
I think
Or
it's
both?
pec.
Yeah.
Well, Cornelius, who has plenty of experience with tears and injuries in the gym, told me to advise Jay to go to a doctor, and I told Jay that, and he said he's fine, so time will tell.
The thing is, though, you can't necessarily judge the severity of an injury based on the bruising. Like, I remember when I used to play basketball in high school, I would suffer a minor grade 1 sprained ankle, but it would blow up to the size of a bowling ball and turn all black. But the injury itself wasn't bad. But, you know, if you just tear a couple of blood vessels or capillaries, it's going to turn all black and blue. But the injury itself doesn't necessarily have to be bad with all that bruising. I don't know. I don't think he's that severely injured. I just think there's a shitload of bruising from
He
broken.
popped some fibers, obviously.
Yeah. He's not in pain.
But Brad popped him, and he kept training. So
Do you think honestly that he once he got injured, it was the injury that made him stop, or was
Yeah.
that he was gassed out?
he
I th-
injury, shot.
I think it was. I think it was the shock of the injury. It probably, that's scary. You
I think
feel a
both.
pop like
I think
that.
both.
I do too.
And he probably felt like he did enough already.
I think he thought, I don't want to mess up my lifting, because that's a big part of his life. He hurt his legs. You know, his upper body goes down, he's going to be one miserable guy. So I tend to
Yeah.
disagree with that, knowing that what I've done myself, pop some fibers. But honestly, I think a rematch is in order.
No, I have a big. No, that's not.
Jay said he's done. He said
Yeah,
he's not
no,
boxing anymore.
we're
He
done.
wants to instigate a boxing match between me and you, which is not
Yeah,
happening.
I have a bigger opponent. I gotta face. So
Called a newborn.
no,
Yeah.
not even
A
that.
drooling, shitting newborn.
Not even that.
What? What is it? What do you not want to talk about?
No, I'll talk about it.
You
'cause
can't say that and not talk.
No,
about it.
because
Come
I
on.
said I wanted to talk about it after the fight.
Oh, that's right. You did say something.
Yeah.
About that.
So I found out. I think I spoke to you about it years ago. Wow, I'm actually fucking getting choked up. Thanksgiving Day.
Your dick's not gonna fall off, is it?
No, Thanksgiving Day. I found out that I've had it before. I'm back in stage 1 HCL,
What is that?
hairy cell leukemia. Yeah,
When did you have it before?
2015. I have a whole video about it. It's on my old channel.
What's it called?
Fucking hands are shaking.
What's it called?
Hairy cell leukemia.
Hairy cell leukemia.
In stage 1. I right on Thanksgiving Day I got tested again, and I'm sorry if my voice is shaking.
What made you
because
decide to go get tested again? Were you
Um,
suffering symptoms?
Yeah, because I felt the same symptoms I did back in 2015.
What were they?
So it's like chronic pain, like in your neck, my kidneys. My legs are always hurting me because of the accident, but I started to feel the same chronic pain again. I went and got tested. There's certain things they test for. They saw it. They said, you're back in stage 1. It's the same doctor I went to back in Boca in 2015. and basically I have to start the same regimen. They push, just like the vaccine, they push chemo.
Right off the bat?
Yeah.
No shit.
Oh my God. Have you done chemo before?
No. The regimen I did back in 2015, it took me longer, but there's actually a whole story in Mount Sinai in New York. I have a picture of it, of the regimen I went through, which was drinking 4 ounces of wheatgrass every day for 9 months. Because I did my own homework. I went home, I researched what this
That's
was.
it? No shit.
I went home, I did my own research, and anybody can look this up. Wheatgrass with leukemia, how it affects it.
What is the component, and why is it be able to treat it?
It's something to do with, I think, the acidic acid that's in wheatgrass, but I read this whole article on it. I said, I'll give that a shot. I've watched too many of my own friends die from fucking chemo. I wasn't going to do it, especially with, being a dad and having a kid. So I started that, I did it for 9 months. Sometime in the middle, I went to New York, to Mount Sinai. They took the same test or different tests, and they said that your markers are in a better place. Keep doing what you're doing, and I kept doing it until.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm shocked. And
No,
if anybody can handle it, you can. You've overcome obstacles all your life. You continue to prove people wrong. So
the thing is, my wife doesn't even know.
all right.
I don't mind talking about it, but I can't throw that on my wife being 40 weeks pregnant.
Fuck no. She doesn't need that
No.
added stress.
So-
I mean, if you were on your deathbed, you'd have to.
No, I know.
If there's anything you can do as far as advice, DM us.
No, I actually feel great. Nobody knows that the day of the fight, I sat in the parking lot for 20 minutes because my kidneys were killing me.
Oh,
But so I watched Jay walk around. I watched him walk around the park, and then I got out, and then I just I can handle pain pretty well. So, and that's no way trying to give an excuse of for anything in life.
Adam, you don't have to. You never gave an excuse for anything. You
I
never
know.
never needed to, in my opinion.
It's fucking rough, man, because
Pussies make excuses.
since I was a kid, I always felt like something was trying to take me out. Like, I always had this dark cloud, something trying to take me out.
So what's this? What is it? Is it that deadly?
No, it can be if it's not treated correctly. And I said that this time around, because I'm having a second child, if the wheatgrass doesn't work, I'll go the chemo route.
Is it genetic or is it something
No, it's
caused by
rare.
the accident?
Nobody in my family has it. I'm the only one that has it. I've never even heard of this back in 2015.
So basically, it was in remission for 5 years.
Yes. Yeah.
So it can come back and forth your whole life.
Yeah. And then the first time what had happened was back in 2015, I had gone up to New York City, right? And I was playing paintball. And I thought because of the colder climate, I came back and my body hurt, right? And then I remember distinctively giving my son a bath, and my arms just went numb, like they had rubber bands around them.
Oh, that's weird.
So it was like a chronic pain, and then you feel like your body's going numb. So then I went to the doctor, and they said your white blood cell count was high and your red was low, so they thought I was sick. I was like, I'm not sick. More testing, and then they discovered that.
See, Maniacs, anything can happen to anybody at any time. You could wake up tomorrow.
So that's what I'm saying, like,
It come out for anybody.
a man standing in your face that's double your weight, nothing compared to, your own mortality staring you in the face every day.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Not trying to bring the podcast down already.
No, it's okay.
Nah, it sucks.
No,
man.
where Maniacs are behind you. I know it.
I said I wanted to talk about it after the fight. It never happened, and I've been
It's
thinking
good
of
because
It's actually good to, talk about shit like this because there's a lot of people out there that are knowledgeable about shit, and they might have other remedies too to give you. Like when I posted that picture of this nasty poison ivy on me, I got fucking
advice.
tons of DMs about what to do, how to treat it, and I thanked everybody.
Yeah.
It was good to know.
everybody can talk about positive thinking and prayer and this and that, but I really believe when a bunch of people get together and thinking a certain thought, things can happen in that way. Same way, if I say I'm 18 forever, I use that because trillions of cells in my body are hearing that message from me, and I believe it. 18 forever. Instead of thinking negatively and saying,
I'm getting old and slow. I can't do
Trillions
this. I
and
can't do that.
Millions and trillions of cells in your body are going to follow suit. So,
No, I believe in that. I truly believe in that your mental state has a large outcome on how you are
Of course.
physically.
Fucking
100%.
without a doubt. And it's not, everybody not everybody, but most people only post positive things on their Instagram and social media, the best lighting angles to get their, the best look of themselves and shit. They, because they don't, God forbid, they have like a couple gray hairs out of place or some fucking stupid thing.
Nobody's going to want to sponsor
or their
you.
bitch lips aren't puffed out enough, know.
Right.
You have some humility. Hey, whatever. I posted a disgusting pic of shit, but I got great advice about it, so who gives a fuck? Hell do I give a shit?
With people continuing to post pictures of their homes or their cars or their jewelry, I mean, it's about time people realize how shallow that is.
Extremely.
How unimportant it is.
Yes.
Yeah, because none of that. You're taking none of that with you when you're dead.
That's what Leo said on a group live I read tonight. He said he had a Porsche, high.
That's right. The text he sent.
Said he was miserable until he started helping people and he met Lucy, and he's interacting with people. So, think about that, Dale. Next time you want to put pictures of cars, that's not the Dale we want to see. The Dale we want to see is in the gym.
The engine of his Mustang.
Come on,
that he's
Dale.
about to crash into another house.
What do you want out of that? Are you trying to? You feel proud of that? It's nothing to do with you as a person. Nothing. It's just a material object.
Well, that's.
It's superficial.
They feel more accomplished when they have things. The more things they can gather and collect. Look, I got this thing. I got that thing.
When somebody passes away, does anybody really care what they drove?
Exactly.
They care what kind of person, what kind of character.
1,000%.
How do they interact with others? And hopefully Maniacs can see that as they get older.
Would you rather have not just a shitty car, but a regular car and a nice house, or a fucking apartment and a goddamn?
How about a car like
Ferrari?
you had, who, if you take care of it, could last 20 years?
I'm gonna
That's impressive.
I'm gonna drive that car until the fucking wheels fly
yeah,
out. I
that
don't
is
give a shit.
impressive.
I'm gonna try to get 400,000 miles.
Yeah, why not?
I don't
That's
care.
impressive.
That's what I had to instill that in my son's head, because he would watch a lot of YouTube and he would see, all the shit they have, and it creates this false sense of reality.
Yeah, man.
And he would look at me like,
Shit's
"Daddy, why don't
poison."
we have a Lambo?" And I'm like, "Because they're creating this content, have this channel that get all that, but doesn't mean anything."
And it shows insecurity too.
Right.
Oh, I get all this money, I got all this gold, I got these diamonds, I get all this pussy.
When is that going to stop? Why are they all...
Why don't you get personality? Why don't you get pussy with your personality?
Pure definition of a cookie cutter. The same look, talk the same way, all over the country, the same things going on in their neighborhoods. It's ridiculous. It's just cookie cutter to the max.
Oh, and you see, and coming up with all the tax return money that at the beginning of the year, you'll see cars with these nice new rims on it. Meanwhile, they live in a fucking shithole. They're out there filming themselves with their my new whip. Look at my new whip. My house doesn't have any AC, but I got a new whip. That's got AC. Fuck it.
Take care of yourself, people. Train, go to the gym. Say something intelligent, inspiring. Say something funny that's going to make somebody laugh. Get invested in yourself.
All you're doing when you do that is setting yourself up to be a victim.
Right.
You ever,
jacked.
right. You ever watched the first 48? One of my favorite shows. How many of those cases involve people who will take a picture of themselves on Facebook holding like $15,000 cash, and then 24 hours later they end up shot and robbed.
Genova.
Getting rolled. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many guys I know that went to Haiti, flashed money around, and are dead?
That's right.
That I work with. About 7.
You're a fucking mark, you dumb shit. I knew a guy that was wealthy. He drove around a whole beat up fucking Volvo. You wouldn't think he had two nickels to fucking rub together.
Didn't PJ get his car stolen like 3 times? Speaking of cars,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, recently.
Would you say good?
Yeah.
Lou does that flashy shit though too. You got the Gucci stuff and the fucking please. I mean, fucking.
We can flash around the Broadway Health now because I got to turn it in. So, but
man.
thanks, Lou. I appreciate that.
Oh, are you turning in the car?
Yeah.
Back to the bike.
Yep.
It's a shame. Too bad a Maniac can't donate a car.
It's a shame because I'm going to get built-in cardio and sun standing, Dale.
Glad you look at. Glad you're positive about it.
The only thing I'm worried about is if they close the gyms again, how to get to Bradford Manor.
I'll come pick you up.
Yeah, I want
What's the
people to go
closest
away.
gym to you?
It's not out of my way. I drive.
Bus ride to
You're on my way home.
LA Fitness, most likely in Congress.
The one on
So I'm gonna
Gateway?
take a
The one on
bus.
Gateway?
Right.
Okay.
And I typically go to the one in Okeechobee and Military.
You're on my way home. After work is when I train anyway, and I get to Uber you back to your mother's or back to wherever you're staying.
How big is the distance between?
What is it, 20 minutes?
I just hope it doesn't have to happen, you know. But
If
looking
it
forward to the
does-
challenge.
Gyms aren't closing down here.
I don't think
No.
so either.
That's not happening.
I couldn't say that.
You're not usually this pessimistic.
Well, when you see cookie cutters to the hilt, when they're still throwing masks around and talking about grave situations.
Yeah, but DeSantis, man, I liked when he posted
Well,
that.
he was saying-
when he was at that press conference and he showed like, what is it? Out of the at the time 280,000 deaths in the country, 6% were from people actually with just COVID. 6% of that 280 deaths in this country was 6% of it was just COVID.
But
Everybody
of
else
course,
has other underlying.
they haven't
fucking
completed the agenda, the 2030
I know,
agenda.
I
That's
know.
why they're going to use it. They always said, Joseph Stalin, I believe, said that, never let a crisis go to waste.
So did Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton. So did
Andrew
Hillary,
said that to me.
Hillary
Yep.
fucking Clinton said
She
it
should
too.
be arrested for saying something like that. That's a threat to the American people, and that's against the Constitution to even utter such words.
That's why they hated Trump. 'Cause he exposed this fucking shady government that we've had. Adam doesn't like that. Adam's kind of he leans a little more left.
No, I'm kind of in the middle. I just want a lot of the stupid shit that's. I stopped watching the news. I can't watch any of it anymore, no matter what side.
Horrible.
I kind of stay in the middle. There's a lot of things I agree with Trump, his agenda and what he said, and there's a lot of things I don't.
That makes sense to me.
I've never liked
He's
either
pushing
side.
vaccines.
But
We're going to get a vaccine out. Stick it up your ass.
These politicians that you see on TV, like Kamala Harris getting vaccinated, what do you think's really in those syringes?
That's what I said.
Exactly.
Kool-Aid?
That's what I-
Placebo.
That's what I
Exactly.
said on Leo's with the
Exactly.
Leo.
Do you think they're all?
podcast
Do you
we
think they're all really getting the vaccine?
Fuck
Or you think that's
Absolutely
bullshit?
No.
not.
did. Look at The Rock will be next, and he'll get his weekly test shot. This is my vaccine.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
buddy.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
When I
pal.
worked at the hospital, hardly any of the doctors got a flu vaccine because I had one tell me that personally for the flu.
Yeah.
That we all had to get the little people,
And I see like
the sheep.
the reasoning, like why they have to film it. It's almost like when you hand a homeless person food. Why are they filming
Makes their
it?
lie look
That
better.
is fucking irritating.
Legitimizes
But it's
their
like the same
lie.
thing with the vaccine. They have to film it to show like, the strength behind getting a vaccine.
Well, they want all the big celebrities and the biggest
endorse it and get
influencers
behind
to
it.
fucking do it. And they'll say, okay, I'll just put whatever in that. Just don't put the vaccine
just
in there.
dunk it in that water right there, and then
I just got a DM from Box Squat Bob. McCuck is the biggest loser to ever be associated with the piss.
Thank you.
This fight video should have been titled Homosexual Exhibition.
Bum fights.
Jay and his little Cuban boyfriend by his side.
Where are you reading this from?
On his channel.
Oh.
All right. Hey, here's one for you guys. RonMan83. Please tell Brad and Lenny to speak loudly and clearly into the mic.
Yeah, I always turn my head towards you.
I almost lost it during the last podcast. Could barely hear either of them.
Thank you for your input. It won't happen again, sir.
Thank you, Lenny. Much better.
Turn up your radio. What else we got?
I'm reading some of these now.
You're skipping over a lot, Andrew.
Yeah, if
What are
you
they
saw them,
saying?
you would know
I
why.
can imagine half of them what they are in there. Drop dead McCuck. Go kill yourself, McCuck.
Well, what did they say? They wanted you to butt fuck the loser? Lenny? Oh.
They also said they wanted Adam to sit on Jay's face.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pick up a cord off Jay's head.
Give him the stink eye.
Yeah.
I thought that was Linda, that girl. That was her daughter.
Yeah.
I mistakenly introduced her.
Mistakenly. Yeah, well, it's still up there.
Was she there as his ride? Or, I mean, it just...
No, he was with his Cuban boyfriend.
He's actually. I've DM'd with him. I invited him on our podcast months ago
Yeah, he's
before
very-
we
I
went
like
on
his
that,
laugh.
before we went on that hiatus. Yeah. He said he would come on, so
Yeah,
we
he's-
just got to schedule it.
Yeah, he's a character, definitely.
He's a little bit of a
Conservative.
Cuban conservative.
he's a little bit of a Jay Dick rider, but I think he's more sensible.
Yeah.
Big
seemed
Bear.
fine to
He
me.
called Jay a bear. I don't know if that was a Freudian slip. Big Bear hungry.
Bear?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
he
that.
called him in this.
Getting high with them.
He's like,
Big
okay,
Bear-
Big Bear's hungry.
Big Bear hungry. Big Bear angry.
Save it, Big Bear.
Don't think it's good to get high with somebody. You know, you might have having sex with them, so that's what scares me. You don't see me doing that. No.
That was the point.
Going with a guy getting drunk. No, not me. No.
There was a few Maniacs that showed up.
Yes, that we've seen before. We thank them for their support.
I was waiting for you to ask that one of them if he's a long-lost relative of Ian McCarthy.
Yeah,
The one with the
he did,
glasses?
Yeah, a bulked up Ian McCarthy.
Who?
Yeah.
Ask McCuck what it feels like being the baddest man on the planet after beating Big J Masters.
His humiliation is my
Do you
victory.
feel like the baddest
What?
after the-
The baddest man on the planet?
I pay my bills makes me feel like the baddest man on the planet. Taking
Take
care of my
Taking
family.
care of your
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
exactly. This is all fun and
This
games.
is all stupid.
Jack Stells, ask Lenny about the Paris Commune and whether he sees that happening in the U.S. What's the Paris Commune?
The Paris Accords. Is that what he's talking about?
It says Paris
I'll have
Commune.
to check into it, but
Commune.
I would think that's commune. That sounds like a type of.
The only thing
living
that is
arrangement.
the Paris Accords are for global warming. That's the only thing I could think that's what he's referring
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that ever again.
No,
That's the first thing that Biden talked about was global warming and the pandemic.
Do you remember during the 80s? I remember when I was a little kid during the early 80s, all they talked about was the impending ice age. Do you remember that, Lenny?
Yes.
We're all going to die over the ice age. There was
Yes.
no fucking
Yes.
ice age.
Miami will be underwater.
Spread fear, cause a panic, and have people run to the government for reassurance. It's in the playbook. Divide this nation.
Divide and conquer.
Racism. Parents against children.
Yeah, they
Divide the male and female,
everything you
ruin
say
the
is
family.
racist. Hanging the American flag.
the
Now
family,
you're a
yeah.
fucking racist. Get the come on. Will you fucking knock
I don't
it
even
off?
acknowledge that anymore.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. Just fucking.
Maniacs.
It
Nobody-
just shows you how easy it is to brainwash people.
Nobody has the right to tell you what to think, what to eat, what to say at all. And one thing you have to do is don't interfere with your fellow man's right to do so. Period.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how obsessed do you think that train to be a freak guy on YouTube is with Jay? He's repugnant, complete human filth, says 680 South.
No, he has a good channel.
Well, that's got to be a Jay Dick Rider or one of Jay's fake accounts to say that.
Remember, human filth
Hey,
is somebody.
for that guy to not ever be around us in person and just as an observer, he's fucking right on a lot of the shit he
He's
says.
accurate. He's accurate.
Somebody like Richard Ramirez kills others, tortures others, and causes serious divisions in society. That's the definition of human filth.
Yeah, this guy has a YouTube channel that talks about he's got Jay figured out, and Jay doesn't like that.
Right.
You know,
And
that's
his-
why
his
Jay has
last
something
video-
against me because I've had him figured out for a long
Correct.
fucking time.
And his last video, he hit on every point. I had to explain to him why I didn't, finish Jay. I had to explain that because he was like, with all the things he said.
A lot of people are upset at that.
Because
I saw a lot of
because
DMs right
I know.
now.
you were able to think in the moment about the repercussions. When
Correct.
a lot of people in the heat of the moment aren't fucking thinking. You're
Correct.
just enraged.
Yeah, I know.
You know. So that's why I
Sure.
said he's very lucky that it was you he was boxing, and that's why he only took your, took you on, not anybody else he challenged.
Question from JX Church. Lenny, my friend keeps saying he has a quote-unquote friend with benefits, whatever the hell that even means. Do you have any advice for him? He's been very cookie-cutter lately. Friend with benefits.
Don't catch feelings, or you're gonna get yourself
Or something
Yes.
worse.
friends with benefits. Whoever catches feelings is getting hurt.
That's life,
Yep.
but it's how you overcome it. Don't
Or it
live
might-
life
or
thinking
it
you're
might
going to
blossom
minimize
into
things.
a great
Live
relationship.
life intelligently. and always watch your back and be aware of your surroundings. That's why it's not good to get inebriated out in public, because you have no control over yourself. You can do things that you didn't intend to do.
Think with the head on your shoulders, not the one between your legs.
And when you go out, think at any time you could be carjacked or somebody could be opening fire. And it could happen.
It's kind of
And
off the
another
rails
thing.
from Friends with Benefits, but
Cookie cutters go out and New Year's Eve and drink. They go out. I'm sorry.
it's called amateur night.
Yeah.
While you were in New York, did you ever go to Times Square?
No.
Me neither.
Never did it once.
Why the
I've never-
fuck would you?
I've never done it.
I was invited. I never went.
Mm-mm.
How the fuck could you stand in
Stand
that
that
crowd?
long.
In that crowd,
Nope.
and if you're drinking and it's that cold, you gotta piss. For me, whenever
People wear diapers. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
no shit.
Yeah.
Like race car drivers. Yeah, they wear diapers.
Oh, it must be fucking
And
disgusting.
then it gets
down
cold after you've peed in it.
And imagine being a
the
sanitation
people
worker
warms
having to
up for
clean that shit up the next day.
Oh, can you imagine? No fucking thank
The
you.
pensions they get. I'd
Never,
sign
never,
me up.
Yeah.
never once did I ever watch that on TV and want to be in the middle of that fucking shit.
Same.
No, thank you.
Think it through, maniacs. Think it through. Do you really want to do that? No.
All the years.
That's the kind of thing you watched on TV, and it looks like it'd be fun.
For like 5 minutes. Imagine those
No
times when it was
thanks.
negative 15. And they're standing out there like practically dying in one
And those
spot.
businesses having to filter out, get the people to not come in there and shit in their bathroom or piss in their bathroom. You know, you gotta buy something if you want to come in here. I'm sure there's kind of that's gotta be such fucking what a pain in the ass for the workers down there.
Maniacs, book your cameos on Big Lenny, cameo.com for your New Year's motivation and interaction. The Maniac universe is growing by leaps and bounds. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, you've been doing good lately.
Real good.
It's like I know some people personally now. It's great. And
Yeah, I saw because
Hopefully.
I saw some come in. There's a couple that I've known their name before
the females getting it for yourself.
and their
Father.
boyfriends.
No such thing as a boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay.
Somebody's husband, wife, whatever. Very inspirational for me too. I like doing them pre-workout. Try to do them as fast as I can. When I get up into the middle of the night to take my glutamine and pee, I always make sure I do it. So
That's when you do them.
yeah,
Oh boy. I gotta watch some
Right
of them. You can
before.
go on there and watch them. I think, right?
yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at cameo.com.
Yeah.
Just go watch. and
Go.
go
Adam,
through
do you have a
those.
message for any fans during the new year? What would you say to them in general? That-
Live your life like it would be gone tomorrow. Simple as that.
There you go.
Well, fuck. You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
I
You
get
have
myself in a lot of trouble.
In what way,
Don't-
With
bro?
certain
don't- yeah.
parameters.
Don't
In
do
what
that.
way? What would you get in trouble
What are you
doing?
kidding me? If you knew you were gonna die tomorrow, what the fuck would you do?
Eat a flank steak, go to sleep.
Bullshit. Bullshit. We would be hopped up on all kinds of good shit and going on
You would
some
be.
hunting.
You would be. I wouldn't need to be hopped up anymore. You know you're gonna
Are you
have
fucking kidding me?
you're gonna have a day of
Jesus
life. Why would you
Christ.
want to get yourself and not in an altered state of mind? You got one last day. Think of that.
That's true. If you
Within
had-
certain reason. You know,
Okay,
Like, you
yeah.
know, it's not the purge.
yeah,
You know,
that,
like,
that's not a. Just try to be a better person.
All right, maniacs. I'm gonna have to leave this podcast. I enjoy doing it. I gotta
Oh yeah,
be
you
on
got.
with Meow Man and a mystery guest tonight, and Leo, of course. And I'm looking
That's
forward.
that's
to
been
this.
fun. I enjoyed doing those.
Why, why aren't you on tonight, Brad?
Because Dale's coming in.
Who?
Dale, he's
Are
got
you
Dale.
kidding me?
Yeah, I got bumped for Dale.
wait
I'll
a
believe
minute.
it when I
Wait.
see
Dale's
it.
gonna. They have reception out in the woods.
Yeah.
Up in the trees, they have a reception to do a live.
I don't know where the fuck he is. I think he's close to home because he goes home.
That should be interesting.
Imagine
And
they
then
call
and then
in
you got a Palumbo at midnight.
Possibly, if I could stay up. But
He's having you back on, huh? They must have got to him. The maniac spoke after that live we did at the house. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Dave, what happened?"
also, check out misfitsgear.com. And what's the other one, Adam?
the Big Lenny show.
The Big Lenny Show merchandise, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to his YouTube
Unique
channel.
designs,
you can
being
see-
updated all the time. Great service.
You should put the link in the Big Lenny show when you post a
think it's
video.
there.
Put the cameo link in there. and
I do that.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Nice. That's good.
Andrew, any time frame for our next Delray Misfits episode?
You guys tell me.
Okay.
Next
You hear
time I can go up to Brad's place anytime I'm off
hear
and
that,
film.
Maniacs?
All right.
It'd be much better at an actual public gym, just because it's
I still got an LA Fitness membership. I'll always have
it's
that.
too as great as it is to have Brad's gym to film training videos. It's just too sterile an environment. It's good to have people in the
To interact
background,
with, yeah.
random conversations, interactions.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen at Brad's place. As great as it is to have a gym to film at.
Anytime.
Yeah, guys, let me know.
Maniacs, do you want the bully on the next podcast?
I'll sit that one out.
What?
You heard me.
Why?
You know why.
No, I don't.
Okay. Don't play stupid.
I am.
Bullshit.
You're going to let somebody's from keeping you doing what you're doing. He has that much power over
I
you.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
then you wouldn't have an objection.
Why would I want to aggravate myself?
You're already saying you're getting aggravated.
No, I'm not.
He's winning, Brad.
He's not winning shit.
He has space
How is he
renting your brain.
Not at all. I'm renting space in his fucking head because he can't keep my name out of his fucking mouth. Look at him.
You can't keep him out of your head.
He keeps saying my name everywhere, when it has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, Brad should fight McCuck next. I think Brad would get his ass kicked. Yeah. Let's start that. That's going to really happen.
He's a fucking moron. I want nothing to do with him. He's a piece of shit. I said it before and I'll say it again, and I'm not wavering, okay?
You hear that, Maniacs?
I want nothing to do with him.
If you have a different belief
He's
on
a scum.
Brad's take,
He doesn't deserve
let us know.
my friendship, that fat piece of shit.
For
He deserves to be in the fucking dirt.
$1 million, would you be handcuffed to him for a week?
No.
$10 million.
No.
Listen to this
A
guy.
lot of
Oh,
money.
my God.
$10 million.
Oh,
You wouldn't be
please.
handcuffed
Oh,
to him
Brad.
for a week.
10 million, yeah.
Just think all the mushrooms you could
Yeah, I
suck
would.
down your throats.
10 million, yeah. But he'd have to brush his teeth.
No, he doesn't brush his teeth the whole week.
Doesn't
That's
shower.
good. There'll be mushrooms growing in his mouth, and Brad will lick them up.
By the end of the week, his arm would be sawed off.
Yeah, from fist fucking you.
No. From me chopping it off.
Come on, Brad. Let it go. Let it go.
Lenny, he
I actually agree with Brad.
he
I
went he
completely relate to
crossed
There's
the
lines
line you don't cross.
Leonard. You just don't cross, and he went there.
What do you mean lines you don't cross? Like what?
You know
Going after-
exactly
going
what you
after
know
his
exactly
daughter.
what. Saying what he said was fucked up.
Saying.
Doesn't matter, Lenny. It doesn't fucking matter.
But the thing is,
okay?
Leonard, here's the thing is like, it's not just Jay, it's all his dick riders around him that stir up and do more shit.
It's all talk.
It bothers me that he said that.
And that's supposed to be his friend?
I know him. It's fuck the rest of them. Him. Fuck him. He's done. He's done with me. That's it. I want nothing to do with him.
Looks like he got the victory over you.
Good. I don't give a fuck. Give him it. I don't give a fuck.
Anybody can come sit next to me, whatever. I'm not going to leave the room. The worst kind of human filth.
The only thing I'd like to do is wrap a golf club around his fucking head. That's about all I'd want to do with him.
Of course,
I don't want to sit around and talk to. I don't want to smell his
Your
stinky
precious
fucking
golf
breath.
club.
There
Oh
was-
yeah,
there
I'd
was-
You
ruin
must
everyone.
really hate him.
There was a comment that I read that they believed that Brad would be hiding somewhere in the park with like a steel chair, like right in the middle of the boxing
yeah.
match, and fucking lay out Jay with a chair.
To be honest, I'm glad I wasn't there. That was fucking awful.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that
if
makes
we
two
were-
of us.
It, can,
It was
wait, wait.
fucking awful.
Can you imagine if we try to raise $500 for a ring,
Oh, God.
and if that happened
That's
in
pathetic
a ring?
for him to even go out there. Like, what the fuck is the matter?
You know, usually I'm very disappointed anytime something goes on that I could be there to film and I can't because I have to work. This is one of those rare occasions
You're
where I
right.
was like, thank fucking God
God.
I had to work. And I missed that shit.
he doesn't want to do the podcast anyway. He doesn't like doing this shit.
From what I read from comments, I don't think that anybody wants. Listen, they hate my guts, but from the comments I read, they
Who's
don't want
they,
Jay.
Adam? Who's they? Don't jump to conclusions.
He said the comments he reads.
There's many people that love you. Trust me.
The ones I read, they dislike.
The problem
Jay.
the problem with a lot of the when you get into the comments, there can be fucking 100 good ones. The one bad one you're gonna focus on. So just
What are the bad ones, Brad?
you know,
Define a
it's-
bad
You know,
comment.
a negative.
No,
one.
I don't. I don't. I really don't.
Lenny's a pedophile.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Oh, no.
well, see, it affects you a little bit differently.
I'm just shaking in my boots.
All right, so we're done. That's it. Next week is Rob Zilla, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Next podcast.
Next podcast.
What
I
about the
shouldn't say next week.
bully on standby?
Yeah.
Bully on standby.
Another 3 months.
Bully on standby.
I figure mid-January.
I think there's people out there that want to hear from him.
Good.
Hear his explanation of
He
it.
has his own channel.
Let him do a lot. Yeah,
I thought you were going to call him, Andrew.
What the
Call him
fuck?
now.
Where's
I asked him. He said he doesn't want to. I texted him
That
during the
chicken
podcast. I said,
shit.
"Do you
Why
want to
does
call
he
in?"
want
He said,
to?
chicken shit?
Why
It's
does he want
exactly
to?
right.
Exactly. Why does he want to?
Because he's embarrassed and he fucking should be. And I'm glad he's fucking
Something
embarrassed.
about it. He tore
No,
back.
that I'm not embarrassed about? Please.
back.
Please. Please.
Tore back.
It's past the torn pec.
Don't give a fuck. You got
Somebody 5'8", 215 pounds fucking showed up, and that happened out of that. That's humiliation.
He's a big tough guy. Yeah, give him credit because he. Oh, that's a pretty cat. That orange one.
"Where is he?"
He's right out there. He's pretty big too. I thought you said he was.
Oh,
Tiny.
he came out.
Yeah. You get bellies on both them motherfuckers. You feed these cats too much.
He's feeding him all the dead body parts.
a lot
The Delray Ripper strikes again.
No, I like that. That's a nice.
And I got a
cat.
I got a big freezer now in the garage too. I'll show
You
you.
can't even turn yourself around.
I'm so
Jeez.
pumped up. I did back today.
Oh, you and J boxing would be like a fucking rock'em sock'em robot
What
shit.
is that on your ear?
I don't know. It's either my CPAP strap or my neck harness. It's been ripping that apart for years. It is pretty ugly.
Melanoma.
Yeah, well,
Just get a fucking razor and hack it off.
exactly. All right, Maniacs. I was glad to be here again. Congratulations, Adam. You are the champion
Well, thank you.
and an example to everybody.
Here's to the winner.
by
Technical TKO.
yeah.
It legitimately is a technical TKO.
And if it went to the judges' scorecards, you lose. But that's neither here
And
nor
I hope
there. It
there's
wasn't
a-
a sanctioned event.
win, lose, or draw, I
Yeah.
got what I needed.
Hey,
I smell a rematch.
I'm glad Lou showed up in his leather jacket and sweatpants to make it happen. Looked like fucking
Somebody said he looked like
he looked
a
like
couch.
Don Vito.
Somebody said he looked like a cow.
He was like
A
leather
couch.
he was like a confused wise guy. Huh, leather jacket, sweatpants.
Wider than Jay.
Fucking a leather
He had like
jacket,
15 masks in his pocket, like he was going to hand them out.
It's either like a leather jacket and whatever
Yeah,
those
yeah.
wise guys wear, or a full sweatsuit outfit.
Well, I thank Lou for wrapping my hands and Jay for waiting till my hands were wrapped to come give me that faggy little belly bump.
He was trying to psych himself.
Why
up.
did he want to check your gloves? He says, I'm coming over to check your gloves, you pussy.
Yeah.
What was that all about? Check for what?
We're gonna fucking hold a roll of quarters in there?
Yeah, exactly. You could look right at my
I'm
gloves.
gonna
I
check
showed
your
my gloves.
gloves.
There they are.
They're fucking 30-pound gloves anyway. It was a pillow fight. It was.
That's what it felt like getting hit by
It
pillows.
looked like you guys were throwing fucking pillows.
Bully, rest up, heal up. We want to see you pushing some big weight again, which is what you're good for.
Hopefully you learned your lesson too, Jay.
Never.
Not by me, just in general.
He's always been like that and always will be.
But look at the good that came out of it.
Fuck 'em.
He believes in freedom of speech, and he made everybody step up their game. So that's why I always say, thank God for the trolls.
You're one of them.
I love his trolling. It's
Lenny's
great.
trolling is fucking funny. Your commentary in that video is pretty damn good.
Well, it's going to be better when you get in the ring.
Who?
You.
With who?
Whoever.
Not whoever.
You owe it to the Maniacs.
I don't know anybody's shit.
Yes, you do.
Well, how's that?
Get in there with Jay.
Okay. Boxing. After I saw one,
You could do a way better job, I think.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
You should
I don't like windmills, man. They give me anxiety.
Well, I'm sure the Maniacs would like to see it, and all. Feel free
Oh,
to
but see, he'll
put your
I
comment
gotta
in.
train for a year.
Do you want to see Brad in the ring? Put your comments in, Maniacs. And have a good night.
Of course
We'll-
they do. It
We'll
won't
see you
happen. He's
with the next
retired. Adam
podcast.
put him into retirement after one fight. Tore his pec, got his truck towed. It's fucking perfect. Go fuck yourself.
Good night.
Bye-bye.